Have your bedding plants already started slowing down? You're not alone. Most gardeners don't realize there's a moment in midsummer when everything can go downhill fast. But what if I told you there's a simple method that can completely change the game? A secret weapon that gives you non-stop blooms, even when everyone else's gardens are fading? I'm talking about longer-lasting color, healthier plants, and flowers that just won't quit, no matter how hot it gets. This isn't a gimmick. It's not about buying expensive products either. It's about using one powerful trick that most people completely overlook, and once you know it, your garden will never be the same again. So don't click away, because if you miss this, you'll miss the single most important step to keeping your plants blooming all season long. Let's unlock the secret. Let's be honest, we all start the season excited. You plant your petunias, marigolds, or Calibrachoa, and for the first few weeks, they're bursting with color. Your garden looks like a dream. But then, something changes. By mid-July or August, the blooms slow down. The colors fade. The plants look tired even though you're watering, deadheading, and maybe even feeding them. And no matter what you try, nothing brings back that fresh spring look. Sound familiar? That's because most bedding plants burn out halfway through the season, and it's not your fault. Regular fertilizers don't always give them what they truly need to keep blooming. And without the right fuel, they shift focus from flowers to survival. The good news? Once you understand why this happens, you can fix it and prevent it from ever happening again. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you. So here it is, the moment most gardeners miss entirely. The truth is, your bedding plants don't just need water, sun, and love. They need a specific kind of fuel to keep producing flowers non-stop. And that fuel is something most store-bought fertilizers completely ignore. I'm talking about a bloom-boosting formula, high in phosphorus, low in nitrogen, with just the right trace minerals to support flower development instead of just leafy growth. Think of it like this: nitrogen builds the plant, but phosphorus tells it to bloom. My secret weapon? A powerful yet simple mix of liquid seaweed, banana peel compost tea, and a pinch of Epsom salt. That combo delivers everything your bedding plants crave for continuous flowering without chemicals and without wasting money. I've tested it side by side with commercial products, and the results blew me away. You'll see deeper color, more buds, and faster reblooming, even in the middle of summer heat. And the best part? You can make this blend at home. Now that you've got the recipe, the next question is when and how to use it, because timing and technique are everything. Here's what I've learned after years of testing. You want to start feeding your plants with this secret formula right after their first big bloom wave, usually in early to mid-July. That's when most bedding plants begin to slow down, and that's your chance to reset their bloom cycle. Mix your liquid bloom booster and apply it every 7 to 10 days like clockwork. Always water your plants first, then apply the mix to moist soil. This helps with better absorption and prevents root burn. Early morning or late evening is the best time, when the sun is soft and the plant can absorb nutrients without stress. And here's the thing, if you're growing in containers, you might start seeing results in as little as 3 to 5 days. New buds, stronger stems, brighter blooms. It's like pressing a restart button on tired plants. This simple routine can completely transform your flower beds for the rest of the season. Here's something even most experienced gardeners don't realize. If you want explosive blooms up top, you need a powerhouse root system below. That's right, roots fuel flowers. The stronger and healthier the roots, the longer and more intense the blooming. So here's my secret root trick. Once every 3 to 4 weeks, I water my bedding plants with a gentle compost tea made from worm castings or well-aged compost. Why? Compost tea is loaded with beneficial microbes and nutrients that don't just feed the plant. They build up the soil and supercharge the root zone. It's like giving your plants a deep tissue energy boost. Even during hot, stressful weather, this keeps them pushing out new growth and flower buds instead of shutting down. And when you combine this with the bloom booster we talked about earlier, boom, your garden hits a whole new level. It's a 1-2 punch most people never try, and once you do, you'll wonder how you ever gardened without it. Now, Before you rush off to mix your bloom booster, there's something you need to know, because even with the right nutrients, your flowers can still fail if you fall into these common traps. I call them the 3 bloom killers, and they sneak into almost every garden. Bloom killer 1, too much nitrogen. If you're using a general-purpose fertilizer, the kind meant for lawns or vegetables, you're likely feeding your plants way too much nitrogen. That makes them grow tall, leafy, and green, but with barely any flowers. Bloom killer 2, skipping deadheading. Every time you leave a dead bloom on the plant, you're sending the message, job done. The plant shifts energy to seed making instead of blooming. Regular deadheading tells the plant to keep going. Bloom killer 3, water stress. Even one dry day, especially in hot weather, can send bedding plants into panic mode. They shut down blooming to conserve energy. Keep the soil evenly moist, especially during heat waves. Avoid these, and your secret weapon will work like magic. Fall into them, and even the best fertilizer won't save your flowers. Let me show you exactly what happened when I started using this secret bloom booster in my own garden. A few summers ago, my flower beds were struggling. My petunias looked leggy, the marigolds were barely flowering, and the vibrant color I had in spring was fading fast. I had already tried feeding them with a store-bought fertilizer, but it just didn't work. Then, I switched to the formula I shared with you, the seaweed, banana peel tea, and Epsom salt combo. Within 7 days, the difference was unbelievable. The petunias bounced back, thicker and brighter than ever. My Calibrachoa started pushing out fresh waves of blooms, and even the begonias perked up with new buds. I didn't just get a second round of color, I got a longer, stronger blooming season than I ever had before. And I wasn't the only one who noticed. Neighbors started asking, "What did you feed your flowers?" That's when I knew this wasn't just a tip, it was a total game changer. And now, it's your turn to try it. So here's what we learned today. If you want non-stop bedding blooms that last through summer and beyond, it's not about luck. It's about giving your plants what they really need. With the right bloom booster, proper timing, a strong root zone, and smart watering, you can turn tired flower beds into showstoppers. And the best part? You don't need to spend a fortune or rely on chemical-heavy products. This simple homemade formula is your secret weapon, and once you try it, I guarantee you'll see the difference in just days. But now I want to hear from you. Have you ever used a DIY bloom booster? What flowers are growing in your garden right now? Drop your answers in the comments. I read everyone. And if this video helped you or inspired you to try something new, give it a thumbs up and share it with another gardener who needs it. Subscribe now, because next week I'm revealing 5 compost tea recipes that will completely change how your plants grow. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, keep growing, keep blooming, and stay rooted in joy.